Barcelona already have a stranglehold on La Liga. And the most unsettling part for every rival in Spain is this: Hansi Flick isn't even close to finished building this team. Barcelona have already proven they can dominate domestically. Now Flick is layering on the exact profiles that could turn this side into a genuine European contender again. This isn't a manager collecting recognizable names for the sake of headlines. There's a clear blueprint behind every signing: speed to attack open space, relentless intensity to press high up the pitch, technical quality to control matches through possession, and personnel capable of defending a back line that sits almost on the halfway line. And once you actually look at the pieces already in place, that blueprint becomes impossible to ignore. Start with the player numbers already tell a story on their own. Lamine Yamal closed out the season with 24 goals and 18 assists across 45 appearances, 42 direct goal contributions before he'd even turned 19. Those aren't the numbers of a promising prospect anymore. Those are the numbers of a genuine superstar. But this team was never a one-man operation. Raphinha delivered 21 goals and 8 assists in just 33 matches. Dani Olmo chipped in 8 goals and 10 assists across 49 appearances, while rotating between a number 10 role, an interior midfield position, and an auxiliary forward spot. Proof of exactly the kind of tactical flexibility Flick prizes. Pedri's raw numbers: 2 goals, 12 assists in 43 matches, undersell his real influence. He's the player controlling tempo, finding pockets of space inside a packed opposition block and making the split-second read of when Barcelona should stop circulating the ball and go vertical instead. Flick has effectively made him the brain of the entire operation. Behind them, the defensive spine is just as impressive. Cubarsí played 48 matches and has become the rare center-back capable of protecting a line positioned almost at midfield, an enormous defensive risk that requires elite positional awareness to manage. Balde added 33 appearances and 3 assists, giving the side width and depth down the left. João Cancelo produced 2 goals and 4 assists in 23 matches, while regularly shifting between fullback, midfield, and creative roles within the same passage of play. And behind all of them, goalkeeper Joan García kept 18 clean sheets, providing a safety net for a defensive structure that constantly accepts risk in exchange for territorial control. None of this is accidental. It's the product of a specific system. Flick's structure starts as an asymmetric 4-2-3-1. The 3 defensive, midfield, and attacking lines stay tightly compressed. The back line pushes aggressively forward, and the press begins the instant possession is lost. Crucially, Barcelona don't circulate the ball simply to slow the game down or run out the clock. They use possession to drag the opposition out of shape before attacking vertically the moment a gap opens. That structure has already conquered Spain, but Flick isn't stopping there. 2 new attackers have arrived who look almost purpose-built for Flick's football: Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi. Gordon joins after a season producing 17 goals and 5 assists in 46 appearances for Newcastle, including an eye-catching return of 10 goals and 2 assists in just 12 Champions League matches. He presses relentlessly, competes physically, attacks in straight lines, and can operate from the left or through central areas, exactly the profile a high-pressing, vertical system demands. Adeyemi brings something even more extreme: pure speed. He posted 10 goals and 6 assists in 39 matches for Borussia Dortmund, but his real weapon is the ability to exceed 36 kilometers per hour in open space. Give him a single meter of separation and he can tear an entire defensive line apart in seconds. Adeyemi has also made clear that Flick himself was the decisive factor in his decision to join. The manager laid out precisely what he wanted from him, and Adeyemi accepted the challenge outright, calling the move to what he described as the biggest club in the world, an opportunity he's deeply grateful for. The key point here is that Gordon and Adeyemi don't replace what Barcelona already had. They multiply it. This team is no longer dependent on a single wing or a single attacking rhythm to create danger. As exciting as the attacking additions are, the biggest story of the summer might not be another forward at all. Julian Alvarez has drawn most of the transfer headlines, but Frenkie de Jong's injury exposed a more fundamental question: who is the ideal midfield partner for Pedri? That's where Rodri enters the conversation. Reports suggest Rodri has given an informal green light to the move and has already spoken with both Flick and Deco. But it's important to be precise here. Barcelona still need to reach an agreement with Manchester City, and Rodri is not, at this stage, officially a Barcelona player. He's open to it. That's a different thing from it being done. Tactically, though, the logic is compelling. Rodri has the technical composure to play through pressure, the leadership to steady difficult matches, and the positional intelligence to protect central areas and cover the space left behind when fullbacks push forward. His arrival would free Pedri to receive the ball higher up the pitch, Rodri controlling the base of the team, Pedri controlling the final third. Some have compared the potential pairing to the balance Barcelona once had between Sergio Busquets and Andres Iniesta. Not identical players, but a similar functional relationship, one player protecting the structure, the other receiving with greater freedom to create. At last summer's international tournament, Rodri completed 811 passes and produced 122 line-breaking passes, 76 of which advanced into the final third. Numbers that underline exactly the kind of deep line control he could bring to Flick's midfield. And he wouldn't be walking into a thin group either. He'd be joining a midfield that already includes Pedri, Dani Olmo, Marc Bernal, Fermin Lopez, Gavi, Frenkie de Jong, and Marc Casado. La Liga already struggled to contain Barcelona before that group was even complete. Add Rodri to it, and the problem only compounds. Even with all of this, Flick's project isn't finished, because he still has La Masia to draw from. Hamza Abdelkarim scored 6 goals in 11 matches before signing a contract through 2029, offering a different attacking profile entirely. Physical, mobile, dangerous inside the penalty area, and comfortable linking play with teammates around him. Ibrahim Tounkara, just 16 years old and already valued at around €5 million, is training regularly with the first team while representing Barca Athletic. Neither of them needs to become an immediate starter. Their real value is depth, the ability for Barcelona to keep generating new solutions from within the academy without diluting the identity of the broader project. Put it all together. Lamine, Pedri, Raphinha, Olmo, Cubarsí, Balde, Cancelo, and Joan García, already dominating domestically, now reinforced by Gordon's aggression and Adeyemi's raw speed, with Rodri's control potentially still to come. And the scale of what Flick is building becomes clear. This version of Barcelona can keep possession, press from the front, attack through intricate combination play, punish teams in transition, and create danger from both flanks simultaneously. Maintaining a defensive line that high will always demand near-perfect coordination. That risk never fully disappears. But the overall direction of this project is impossible to miss. Flick isn't rebuilding Barcelona anymore. He's completing it. To understand why this moment matters, you have to understand the shadow every Barcelona manager has operated under for nearly 2 decades: Pep Guardiola. Between 2008 and 2012, Guardiola built what many inside the club still consider its greatest ever team. 4 seasons, 14 trophies from a possible 19, 3 La Liga titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Copa del Rey trophies, and a run that included football's first ever sextuple. But his real legacy wasn't just the trophy count. It was the standard he set for how Barcelona was expected to win, through possession, pressing, territorial control, and boldness. Every manager since has been measured against that standard, and most fell short in one way or another. Tito Vilanova, who'd worked alongside Guardiola through those trophy-laden years, led Barcelona to a 100-point La Liga title in 2012 to 2013 before illness tragically cut his tenure short. Tata Martino started promisingly, but never fully convinced a club where, by his own admission, even a comfortable win over Real Madrid drew criticism for not being dominant enough. Luis Enrique delivered another treble in his first season with Messi, Suarez, and Neymar forming one of the most lethal front threes in football history, though his Barcelona leaned more vertical and attack-dependent as Xavi and Iniesta's influence faded. Even he eventually admitted the job had worn him down completely. After that, the club's identity began slipping. Ernesto Valverde won domestic trophies but suffered damaging European collapses. Quique Setién never fully controlled the dressing room. Ronald Koeman inherited a genuine crisis. Financial turmoil, a pandemic, and Messi's eventual departure, and couldn't stabilize things long-term. By the time Xavi Hernandez returned as manager, Barcelona weren't just losing trophies. They were losing what made them recognizably Barcelona in the first place. Xavi restored some of that identity, inheriting a team sitting ninth in the table and rebuilding it into La Liga champions in 2022 to 2023, while trusting young talents like Lamine Yamal and Cubarsí. But standards slipped again in his final season, and after 143 matches, he departed. That's when the club made an unexpected choice. Instead of turning to another former player steeped in Barcelona's traditions, they hired Hansi Flick, a German outsider who, it turned out, understood the club's footballing DNA better than almost anyone expected. Flick has spoken about years spent studying Dutch football and Johan Cruyff's ideas, describing his own footballing philosophy as naturally aligned with Barcelona's. He didn't try to copy Guardiola. Instead, he layered in elite physical preparation, ferocious pressing, greater verticality, and defensive discipline on top of the principles Barcelona had always valued. The results have followed quickly: 5 trophies across his first 2 seasons, including 2 La Liga titles, 2 Spanish Super Cups, and a Copa del Rey. For years, Barcelona searched for the next Guardiola. What they actually needed was someone who understood why Guardiola's Barcelona worked, and could translate those underlying principles into a modern footballing era. That's exactly what Flick is doing now. Flick didn't arrive at Barcelona to tear down its identity. He arrived to make it faster, sharper, and considerably more dangerous. The foundations remain unmistakably Barcelona: possession, pressing, intelligent positioning, but Flick has added one crucial ingredient on top: verticality. Barcelona can still circulate the ball horizontally to draw opponents out of position, but the instant a gap appears, everything changes into direct, purposeful attack. Gordon gives this team aggression and directness. Adeyemi gives it extreme pace in behind. The Masia pipeline keeps generating fresh solutions from within. And if Rodri's move eventually goes through, Barcelona could finally have the defensive control needed to let everything in front of him play with even greater freedom. Barcelona have already conquered Spain. What Hansi Flick appears to be building now is a version of this team designed to conquer Europe.